Nolly locked in from midcourt. Oh my God! All the way. Yes! Solid! Yes! Solid! Off now to Boy Cabajo. Good goal. Yes! Goal!
Between Alaska and San Miguel. This is game one of the best of championship. Finally paying off.
2 seconds on the road. Nakita mo ba yun, mga gentlemen? Sabi niya. Abarientos. Oh, what a shot. Talaga ng speed again. Yoyo niya yung bola. He wants it. He guides her. It's down on the floor. It's still in play. It is still in play. It is still in play. He's moving away from the 3-second area. Tumayo agad. Tries to cling onto the ball. Forces it up. No. Rushes aside everybody. And it'll go. It fouls to give. That still might be it. That's it. That might be it. Too many turnovers by Alaska. And Norman Black is telling his team, give up the foul.
Holistico offensive rebound sila Kenny Chambers. Huy!
And that's not a good thing, you know, because Chambers, I think, deliberately went high up and shot on
Shot ni Sean Chambers. And the takeoff. And Sean Chambers has remaining 18-point lead. Hawkins, hinihingi ang pasa. Tumira. Oh, yes! 3-point shot off the glass. Inabubuo sa sabi ni Norman Black. And it's a 21-point.
Fourth game between Alaska Milk and San Miguel Beer in the championship series.
Walang putos mga kabate na San Miguel Beer. Kenny Chavez!
Ito natin yan. 4 straight points here.
Cross-court pass. Alan Cardin!
Yes. Wala na si Chambers sa kanya. Nice yung Alan Cardin.
Anim na 3-point shot. 10. Cholas into the heart of the defense. Babylonia! Yes!
Johnny.
To tie. It will go. Chambers will get it. We will go into a 5-minute extension.
We are into overtime in game number 5. Pumarin.
Travis in triple D zone. Bingo!
Travis momentarily left open, but I see Kenny Travis limping a little bit.
Johnny drawing the defense.
Scoots inside. Travis is asking for it at the other end. Chambers is all over him. And a foul.
And Chambers will foul out. That will be the 6th and last foul of Sean Chambers.
Hawkins, shot clock will move. Will start. Hawkins throws it up. No. Kenny Travis can't hang on to a 24-second shot clock. A fresh one. But Lastimosa in a rush. It's a dribble. And they'll need one more overtime.
We were tied at the end of the first overtime at 94, then at 103. So para tayong naglimang quarter nito, kinito.
And Alaska takes it away. Wino, will he get to it? He will. And he sent it to Ampalayo.
Time remaining, 3 minutes and 11 in the second overtime.
Kay Dick!
Oh, what a shot. Bicycle move by Alan Kaidik. Of course, Kaidik.
Abarientos triple, no. Can San Miguel get a rebound? That's the question. De La Cruz goes all the way! A football!
Chambers.
Johnny Abarientos, nawala ang bola. Kenny Chavez, way ahead. Travis!
Napakalaking lamang ng San Miguel Beer at the end of 24 minutes of play. It's a 12-point lead.
Ito na, Chambers ahead of Travis! Magka-purpose niya ang abante ng Alaska. Pinag-iiwanan na po San Miguel Beer.
Binabas kay Johnny Abarientos.
Open shot! Yes!
Sa second half. Ang first half
ay sa San Miguel Beer. Second half para sa Alaska.
They're trying to come out and execute very well the things that you want to get done and to do it with intensity.
We talked about climbing a mountain. We said if we had to climb to the, from where we were to the top of the mountain, it would look too far away. Now, maybe it doesn't look as far as it did after losing Game 5. We didn't look like we had much of a chance, but I think our chances are equal now.
Tayo para sa ikapito, huling laro ng season. Ang starting lineup ng Alaska, balik si Hawkins. Nandun pa rin ang kanilang regular starting unit. Samantala sa San Miguel Beer, matutunghayan natin na si Pumaren, De La Cruz, Babilonia, Kaidik, Travis ang mga naroon. The referees for this game, Ledesma, Bernarte, as well as Ernie De Leon.
Mahirap talaga, you go up and down, go up and down. This is what these two teams are feeling right now. Up and down na kanilang series. No?
Alam mo pa, usong-usong ngayong Kapaskuhan yung mga roller coaster. Yun mismo ang nangyari rito sa ating serye. Up, down, and all around. We are underway with the 7th and the last game of the season. Alan Kaidik up against Hawkins. Hawkins medyo limping konti in, warm up. But let's see. Pumaren.
Oh.
And this has been San Miguel's main weapon.
Long distance there for Franz Pumaren. For me, has always been the key to the victory of this team, because if he plays good minutes, they really need a point guard. It's so much organized with Pumaren playing, even though Johnny scores a lot of points against him also.
Long shot won't work. San Miguel Beer averaging 40% from triple B zone in the series. Kaidik trying to bring it inside, and it is batted away. Art De La Cruz touched it last. It looked that way. Yes, it did.
So Kaidik a little bit hesitated on that move towards the basket. He wanted to go straight and then saw a couple of red shirts, and the ball was stopped from behind. Pick and roll play between Johnny and Bong Hawkins. Let's see the long distance shot. Yes.
And Hawkins, unang buslo ng Alaska Milk, unang minuto mga kababayan. 3-2 ang ating bilang lamang ng San Miguel. Sep Sarmenta po kasama si Dr. J. Andy Howe para sa inyong 7th game. Triggerman time, short. Babilonia snares the rebound, and off the rebound, a loose ball foul. Is it Chambers?
Yes,
it is.
That's a big advantage if you have a big man screening for you like Babilonia in this case. He's automatically going to roll to the basket for a possible offensive rebound. A long shot usually gives long rebounds.
Narito si Kaidik. Working hard against Lastimosa. Muntik mawala. Babilonia, balik kay Triggerman. Naipit si Jolas. Tira ni Alan Ayaw. Narito si Carriazo. Pabagalan niya ng konti. Naka-assemble ng depensa ng San Miguel Beer. 3-2 ang ating bilang. Nasa unang 2 minutes pa lang po tayo. Johnny Abarientos. Binigay kay Chambers. Running shot. At lamang ang Alaska.
Going to a 4-0 run after the 3-point shot by Pumaren. So far, Travis has not held the ball yet on San Miguel's offensive play. And they're going to provide the down screen there for Travis to get him into good position.
Andun na tayo na late siya, Dr. J. Gagamitin niya ba ang portion ng first quarter para mag-warm up? Hindi siya nakabuo ng warm up doon sa team kanina. He's stretching siguro, hindi umabot.
Well, I think he stretched before he came. That's why it wasn't important for him to come out and do the introductions. I don't think a player who will ever play a game like this without really stretching. I saw him do the round robin. So still getting the feel, maybe perhaps mentally more than the physical side.
Yung feeling may game ka tapos nasa sasakyan ka pa, no?
Yep.
Travis, sinalaksak, nawala, na-regain, pasok. Lamang ang Beerman, 5-4, 9:47 remaining.
Well, certainly focused in that play. Instead of what he usually does is complain to the referees, he just stayed focused. Let's see Jojo, a nice jumper from the outside.
Lastimosa providing some outside production. Here's Pumaren on a fast clip, trying to move away from Johnny. Art loses control. It's on the floor. Hawkins ang nagwagi. Nagmamadali si Johnny. Ayaw. Rebound ni Travis.
That mop man better get out of there. Because they're coming back. They're coming back to the other side.
Kaidek. Triggerman taking care of business there, an average of 17.5 in the series.
So kung papansinin mo, yung mga veterano talaga nakaka-score. No? Si Franz Pumaren, si Kaidek, then si Hawkins, at saka si Lastimosa kanina. No? Yung mga veterano talaga may-score dyan. And Chambers, of course.
Nawala kay Chambers ang bola sa baseline ayon kay referee Bernarte. Doon tayo sa kabila pupunta.
7-6 is the count. 8:40 left in the first quarter. San Miguel on top by 1.
Jam-packed. Good net pass to go. Triggerman momentarily free. Half a step ahead. Gets it to fall.
After missing his first shots, Kaidek has come back with 2 in a row to give the Bearmen a 3-point lead. A trifecta here.
Hilo.
Just a try.
Chambers won't work.
Ooh, that's another foul of Chambers. Yes. I thought they weren't going to call it. They were letting it go already for a while until Pumaren just slammed to the floor and lost possession.
Ito yung isa sa mga naging problema ng Alaska ng game number 5 na mag-foul out si Chambers ng 1:25 to go in the first overtime.
Hindi mo pwedeng hindi tawagan niya. Mawawala ang bola. You're gonna give it to the other side when it's very clear that his knees were stuck out, forcing Pumaren to lose possession and go to the ground.
Alaska keeping the series alive after that big game in number 6. The Triggerman is hot.
Mabawi talaga yan because Alan felt, I'm sure, in his heart, he felt he let down his team in game 6. But being a veteran, he can live with that, you know, as long as they can win this one.
It'll go for Carriazo. Alan Kaidek in game number 6, only 8 points after a performance of 33 in game 5. But those, as you mentioned, Dr. J, things of the past. Today is the most important game of their lives, at least for 1995. Rebound to Carriazo.
Hindi pa niya nakukuha ang range of 3-point shot after a dribble because he needs that dribble to give a head fake and then get out. No?
Yun ang tempo niya.
Correct. Get out of the guy with the hands up.
Yun ang kanyang 3-point shot.
Yes.
Oh! Abarientos, 2 points. All of the starters of Alaska contributed 2 each.
Ang ganda na shooting ng team so far. Both teams in this. And we have an offensive foul called on number 8. That's Kaidek.
A foul away from the play. Yes, foul, excuse me, Dr. J, on Kaidek.
Yan ang specialty ni O.G. Bernarte. According to Chot Reyes, anything he calls somewhere down there is usually going to be offensive foul.
Kung iba dyan, luto, minuto eh. Kanya paborito niya yung offensive. Nabibiro ko nga si O.G. Bernarte tungkol dyan. Sabi, natataon lang daw. 11-10. San Miguel Beer has a 1-point lead. 6:43 remaining. Chambers. Does that affect the game of Chambers at this point? 2 fouls yan itong first quarter.
Naturally. His defense is going to be limited for a couple of minutes at least.
Johnny trying to fight the pick, but Art de la Cruz gave up a foul. I think he was peeved more by the fact that Johnny slammed into him the first time.
And he's given a deliberate foul, I think.
Ang nakuha kay Johnny was the second motion of de la Cruz.
Let's take a look at that. There's the Johnny slamming into him, and so he comes back, but he did give him the elbow. Ang problema dyan usually, hindi nakikita yung unang tawag, yung pangalawang hinahabol, but he did give him the elbow, and he deserves to be called for that.
And Art de la Cruz was forced to sit down.
Because there's some verbal tussles between Art de la Cruz and Jojo Lastimosa. But the team manager Ed Veneracion brings Art de la Cruz to the bench.
Ito yung tinatawag natin yung emotion management eh. Oh, wala nang bat. May announcement as we take a look. May announcement na huwag sana mambabato. Wala pa ba sa Thailand ah.
Tama, yung kalaban nito eh. Pilipino rin yan eh. Ayan, magtagalog ka kasi panay English mo ano eh. Tama yun.
11-10 is the count here in Game 7. 6:24 remaining. the San Miguel fans trying to rev up their squad.
Ano sumali? Sumali na naman ito si ano.
Trying to restore order here. Si Franz Pumarin po nagsasalita.
And he is the president of the the PBA Players Association.
Maganda rin yung nanggagaling sa player. Alala mo yung isang season, Dr. J, si Ber Navarro yung nagsalita.
Tsaka si, ano yan si Ber Navarro, tsaka si Charlie Fabius, who was the manager of Shell.
At that time.
Yes. Ano suggestion ko yun? Kay Komisyon sa
Alam mo yan, Dr. J, manager ka dati. Commissioner ka dati. Well, we hope that order can be restored. Nothing to take away, nothing takes away from the beauty of this 7th game. Johnny, meanwhile, misses the free throws given to him off that deliberate foul committed by Art de la Cruz.
You know, mainit man si Art de la Cruz, he had no right to throw an elbow. I mean, you can push away and they can call you a foul, but you don't throw that elbow. I don't think that's correct. And that was a good call by the referee at the start to make sure that, you know, the players know they're going to control this game. This is game 7. Bukas, either kung tumatawa ka, umiiyak ka, if you're a member of one of the teams.
Either masaya ang gising mo or buong araw ka nakatihaya at nakatingin ka sa dingding.
Correct. So there's the emotional factor. Pero you must play within the rules.
Narito si Hawkins. Labas kay Johnny. Triple B. Yes!
He misses 2 free throws and makes a triple B shot.
Lamang po ang Alaska ng dalawa. 6 minutes, 7 seconds ang naiiwan. And a blocking foul called by Ivestig Nadise.
Ang daming offensive fouls na natatawagan sa
San Miguel. Looks like si Jojo Lastimosa na pag-iinitan nila.
Hindi, kasi si Jojo parati nagsasalita. You know, he's the one talking a lot for his team. Maybe Jojo's using a little psyching here. Dignadis has been replaced by Paul Alvarez.
And the captains are called to the center court. Referee Ernie De Leon is talking to Lastimosa as well as Pumarin. We see that on your picture right now. Even in war, there are rules of conduct.
Well, remember in World War II, they had the Geneva Convention.
Yun ang iniisip ko.
Minsan lang hindi sinusunod ng kalaban. Yung mga on the other side. As far as prisoners of war and everything.
Correct. Saka pagka may injury na, may casualty na. Samantala, this is still the first quarter, friends. 6 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Nais namin batiin ang lahat ng nanonood sa mga kayo naroon, yung mga umiiwas sa odd even at yung mga medyo namararamdaman, baka ma-traffic kayo. I'm sure nasa loob kayo ng mga pizza parlor, ng mga restaurants, kasama ng inyong mga ka-opisina. We hope you're enjoying game number 7. Under 6 minutes. Jolas!
Jojo hitting another one of those jump shots. He was not doing so well in the 6th game. And Alaska has a 4-point lead right now.
We will come to the first timeout of game 7, 5:45 remaining. Alaska has a 4-point lead. We'll return quickly. On.
And all of a sudden, Alaska has a 6-point lead, 17-11, 5 minutes and 20 seconds left here. San Miguel shooting from the outside, not the highest percentage shot, especially when the defense is very tight.
Babilonia tries to draw it inside, and a good call by referee Bernarte. It's a traveling violation.
Correct. Gusto niyang pumibot, pero nakita niya nandun yung katawan ni Jojo Lastimosa, so that forced him to travel. Of course, he's not really one of the best centers in the low post area. No? He can't post, in other words.
Dun sa sitwasyon na, nagdalawang isip siya, and that moment of hesitation proved to be his undoing. Taryaso, pukol kay Johnny. Si Jolas nasa kanto. Narito si Hawkins sa ilalim. Oh boy, flying carpet shot.
19-11, and San Miguel needs some changes because Alaska has blasted them with a 9-0 run ever since Art de la Cruz had to leave the ball game, so the rotation really moved to the other side.
Narito si Kaidek. Sinusubukan i-set up ng San Miguel ang pick and roll. Ends up with Babilonia with a shot. Chambers. Yes, 6 points. And Alaska forcing San Miguel to take a timeout. A 10-point lead by the Milkmen.
Game Pasko at Manigong.
And Kenny Travis brings it inside to slice down Alaska's lead to 8.
Yung streamer, correct. Hindi natin alam kung kanino babagsak. Lobo, kahit sino mahalo, bumagsak na kayo dyan. Rumble na yan.
Jambulayan. Okay. Carriazo knocks it in from afar. It's back to a double-digit advantage. And now, kung sa boxing ito, Alaska is mixing it up outside, inside.
Yan always an advantage ng Alaska. They have an outside as well as an inside game. Ang problema ng San Miguel is they must create an inside game, because kung puro outside, syempre mahirap rin yan.
Like this case, and Travis drawing it inside. Again, an 8-point lead with 3:30 remaining in the first.
We are in the first quarter. Alaska had an 11-0 run there. San Miguel forced to use their timeout much earlier than they had wanted to, but of course it was theirs to call anyway.
Johnny screeching to a fault. Carriazo baseline move. Nawala ang bola, nasa kamay na ni Paul Alvarez. Takbo ang San Miguel. Dignatice, kailangan tanganan niya muna ang bola. Ginulo siya ni Abarientos, kinuha ni Travis. Here comes Kenny Travis.
6 straight points for Kenny Travis, and what a great steal, because it was a 2-on-1 situation. Like a possible 4-point swing in that play.
Ang ganda ng anticipation nitong si Travis. Ginawa niya rin kay Lastimosa yan in Game 5.
Correct.
Narito si Carriazo, season opening. Backward go, and San Miguel did not get the rebound, and Hawkins outboxed them all.
Hawkins limping back a little bit, but keeping himself in the ball game, and has been a factor so far for his team. Maybe not as tough defensively, but offensively he has been there.
Hawkins already contributing 6 points. Kay Dick, sinubukan umiwas. Narito si Travis. Dignatice, ginugulo ni Hawkins. Nasundot.
Yung mga kamay. Yun ang importante dyan dahil yung referee hindi masyadong tumatawag ng mga kamay. Kailan talaga yung player, kailan mabilis sa mga kamay.
At saka ang kapit sa bola, dapat ibang klase, no ha?
So far, wala pa rin yung mga inside games. Sila Dignatice, si Babylonia, wala yun, no?
Yes.
And that's so important for the Bearmen.
Illegal defense slapped against Alaska. Warning. Si Norman, maraming sinasabi kay referee Ledesma.
Yeah, he doesn't really, he always has to talk to guys like Ledesma, Del Johan, they're there again, and we have Bernarte as the referees of this game.
Alaska will utilize a timeout. We'll be right back. Ngayon, dinadala na ng San Miguel sa loob. Nice lang natin paalala sa inyo o informing ho kayo na pumasok yung free throw ni Kaidek off the illegal defense technical foul slapped against Alaska.
Well, Alvarez trying to be strong in there, and you can see a lot of red shirts underneath the basket. Nobody really supporting Alvarez in that last play. And he's not really the best of free throw shooters. By the way, Agustin has been sent into the ball game to replace Pumaren. So far, San Miguel has used 2 timeouts in this quarter. Alaska has used 1 9-point lead for Alaska, and that's way off the mark.
Ito ang nagiging Achilles heel ng parehong koponan. Both shooting under 80% sa series. San Miguel 75%, Alaska 71%. Johnny hits it from the baseline.
At ang masama dyan ay yung mga key players pa ng Bearmen that are missing. And that really hurts them because they don't go to the line that much compared to Alaska, except in Game 2, I think.
Gaya nung Game 5, Dr. J, naging critical yung free throw shooting. That shot won't work. Rebound, Alvarez!
He just really operates well on the inside. Sa offensive rebounding, yan, batang yan maaasahan mo. Alaska still up by 9. A minute left here in the first quarter.
Narito si Jolas, pick and roll. Napunta kay Hawkins ang bola. The long shot, it won't work. Rebound to Beerman.
And Alvarez quickly got out of the way of Travis in that last play. None of the teams are in penalty. Alaska won before getting into that area. San Miguel only won, but a lot of offensive fouls.
Correct. Travis, balik kay Alvarez. Slice in ni Dignatice. Kung mayroon man chance ang San Miguel dito, ito ang inside game kung pagbubutihin nila dito sa aspetong ito.
And you can see Alvarez creating some situations and open situations for his teammates, even though he missed the 2 free throws, no?
Yes. Samantala, bagsak na ho tayo sa 16 seconds as the time remaining dito sa ating first quarter. Samantala, si Johnny bahagyang nainis sa sequence na yun.
They're not in the penalty, so it'll just be a side court throw in for Alaska, and Miguel actually has 3 to give, no?
Yes.
But I'm sure they're not just going to foul uselessly here. We're only in the first quarter.
Abarientos. Binabantayan ni Alvarez. Jolas. 6 on 6. As number 6 was on number 6, it'll be a shooting situation.
And that's a very stupid foul on the part of Agustin. He's so much a veteran to make that kind of a foul. Alam mong aangat na yan. You're not in the penalty. Gusto mo foulin mo bago siya umangat. But to send him to the free throw line, you let him take the shot.
Nagkaroon tuloy ang Alaska ng pagkakataon na madagdagan ang kanilang lead sa particular moment.
And that guy is one of their best free throw shooters.
Ang ganda ng oras na natitira, Dr. J. 007, si Golden Eye.
Malapit na yung pelikula na yan dito sa atin.
Halain mo, Dr. J, na tinanong nga ng anak ko sa akin, sino ba si James Bond? Kinuwento ko mula kay Sean Connery. Goldfinger ba yung una?
No, the first movie was Dr. No in 1961.
No. Alala ko yun sa Odeon Theater ko pa pinanood yata.
Ako sa Cebu.
Sunod-sunod
The first 3 movies I saw in Cebu. First 3 James Bond movies.
Okay. Quick inbound, quick release. First 12 minutes draw to a close. And at the end of 12, we find Alaska in front. Second quarter, just around the corner. Ang 7th game ng finals ng Governor's Cup. Lamang po ang Alaska 31-22. Unang bumira ang Alaska pero hindi pumasok. Narito ang San Miguel Beer. Dignatice, yes!
Again, Alvarez feeding off to Dignatice, so that's 2 times that duo has come up with the basket. Don Polistico in the ball game replacing Alan Kaidik. We have Pochuino who came in earlier to replace Bong Hawkins.
Maganda yung drive and draw na ginagawa ni Alvarez, creating opportunities for the Beermen, especially inside.
This guy has been hurting them. They've got to put some defense on him because he's been hurting them. It's not Chambers who's hurting them. It's been Carriazo.
Carriazo also had a magnificent game in number 5. He has been averaging 8.3 in this particular best of 7. 33-24 is the count. 10:44 remaining. Penetration, offensive foul.
Ay, wala yan. Basta si Bernate, sigurado na 100%. He will call the offensive foul. And I think that was very good position established, although we might want to see that on the slow-mo. Chambers is coming out to help. He's risking it. He stands straight up. So it should be a good call.
Kung ngayon lang ho kayo nagbukas sa amin sa PTV4, sabi ni Dr. J, risking it dahil si Chambers ay may 2 personal fouls na nakomit ng first quarter.
And he stood in that path. Kung tawagan ka bigla niyan, di tatlo ka na niyan.
Ay, kung nag-iba yung simoy ng hangin doon na naman.
Correct. Napagalaw ka ng konti. Di ba?
Samantala si Travis, bahagyang hinawi si Carriazo. Nasa kanto si Travis. Shot clock bumababa sa G's. Nilundag ni Alvarez. Jump shot. Laglag sa loob. Yung awa na konti.
Medyo talagang bumabalik na yung dating laro ni Bong Alvarez na kilala ng ating mga basketball fans. No? Yung liksi, yung talon, yung lift. Tinatawag.
Yung liksi, yun ang mahalaga dun eh. May pagkakataon siyang makagalaw. Narito si Lastimosa, malayong triple V. Ayaw. Samantala si Lastimosa, guilty of a foul in the backcourt.
Si Alvarez, parang kiti-kiti. Para siya ang point guard doon, siya ang pumupulot ng bola. Usually, you see that from small players like maybe an Agustin, and Abarientos, Pumaren, Victoria, you know, Magsanok. Pero siya ang parang kiti-kiti.
Gaya nito. Ayaw pumasok. Excellent blocking out that time. Boxing out by Alaska.
Yes.
Carriazo, dala sa ibabaw ng Kiho. Sumilip sa loob si Jolas. Walang mabigyan. Samantalang libre si Quino. Hindi lang maibigay. Johnny. Supalpal. Na kay Polistico ang bola. Hindi malaman kung kanino ibibigay. Binigay kay Travis.
Dahil walang point guard katabi yun.
Oo, mismo.
Tama rin naman si Polistico eh. Ba't ko bibitawan ito? Hawakan ko na lang ito.
Kung masisipa ko.
Correct.
33-26. 7 ang lamang ng Alaska. Pinakamalaking lamang nila. Onsen. Umiinit ang San Miguel Beer. Time out ang ng Alaska.
Aking pamilya, Tago.
San Miguel staging a comeback here, down by just 5 points. By the way, come halftime, samahan niyo po ang ating katotong si Ronnie Nathaniels. Kapareha namin kakausapin niya si Luisito Espinosa, ang ating world champion. Ando nating halftime analysis. Magkakaroon ho din tayo ng ating mga dugout reports. Kaya ho ng dati. So, huwag niyo pong imimiss ho yan, Mami Ponte.
Well, calling a timeout and then trying to pace a little bit by taking out Jojo Lastimosa and putting back Bong Hawkins. He keeps Carriazo there because Carriazo seems to be fresh, and Carriazo certainly is playing well here.
Yes. Samantala, nakawala sandali si Johnny pero ayaw trabahong kabayo ginagawa ni Travis sa rebound, ha?
Well, if he cannot help in one department, which is scoring, he better help in another department, which is rebounding. It's San Miguel's weakness also.
4 rebounds na si Travis sa game na ito. Narito si Alvarez. Pantabay sa kanya si Chambers. Samantala narito si Travis. Whoa! Yes! What a pass! Can Alvarez complete it? Yes!
Kala mo magkapatid sila, no? Dahil medyo ngayon lang sila naglaro together.
8:19 remaining and Alaska's lead has been whittled down to 3. Scoreless. Dry spell.
Both teams have had their scoreless spell.
In the meantime, referee Bernarte notices that there was a knee foul.
It's just a nice slow-mo by our director. Travis gets into no man's land, but he was able to get it back. Si Alvarez talagang player na may basic basketball instinct, expecting the pass.
At alam naman ni Travis kung nasaan siya, no?
Well, yan ang player.
Pag nakikita mo sa kanto ng mata mo, may nakikita akong kapirasong putiro na.
Peripheral vision, yung tinatawag natin.
Yes.
Johnny Abarientos making the first free throw, making both. He had missed 2 free throws in the first quarter, but he did hit a 3-point shot there.
And we're down to 8 minutes. Here's Agustin. Alvarez trying to bait Chambers into jumping along with him. Trying to get him to commit that third foul, but to no avail. It goes to Hawkins, quickly to Chambers.
Illegal defense.
Called against San Miguel.
Kagulo-gulo depensa din laro.
Naging zone, no?
Oh. Ang nangyari niyan is somebody coming late in defense. Siyempre, magkakagulo. Alvarez is not yet in the picture. Now he comes into the picture. Magkakagulo na talaga yan.
parang ano, no? Yung SEA Games, naging zone defense.
Eh, don't pwede yun. The amateurs. You can use any defense that you like. Chambers.
John Chambers. Canto. Travis. Travis sa kabila. Ayaw mo rito, ha?
Pero 3-point shot sa kabila. Dito 2-point shot. Although it's really not a very good shot selection, no? When you have all the time to set up your half-court game. Swerte yun, swerte yun.
Oh, actually. Hawkins.
Almost a traveling violation there by Carriazo.
Nakipit. Na-sandwich si Huino. Pasok!
That's a great move by Huino. Let's see. He goes and he shot off. Comes back and pivots. Moves all those feet that should be traveling.
Wholesale couple of changes. We have Art de la Cruz, who was punished for that foul against Abarientos earlier, is now back in harness. Kaidik balik sa ballgame. Pahinga si Alvarez at saka si Dignadice.
Well, sometimes, you know, Alvarez is a good open court player, but he also gets out of control and doesn't play the team kind of game that they expect.
Yun na isusunod na itatanong ko. Parang alam na alam ni Norman kung kailan gagamitin si Alvarez. This stretch out. This stretch out.
Yeah, it's just because you have a Kaidik. Wala
Yes. Oh, nga naman. Oo. Turn around. Triggerman. Ayaw. Holistico climbing over Hawkins. The ball is pried loose. It's in the hands of Chambers. Chambers will go home.
And Again, no safety. Guards back for the Beermen. Where was Agustin? Looking there. Wala na rin siya magagawa. Hindi na niya maifa-foul yun. Siguradong 3-point play kay Chambers yun.
These two teams almost going straight 2 weeks now, seeing each other.
Don't like each other's faces anymore.
And Johnny Abarientos given his rest here at the 6:12 mark of the second quarter.
And you can see Jojo holding on to Travis.
Lastimosa with his second personal foul, counting the team fouls each side with 2 apiece at the 6:10 mark of the second quarter. Narito ngayon si Travis. Salaksak. Ayaw. Second serving. Ayaw. But he is fouled on the second trip.
Yung parang traveling rin yung kanyang angat ulit after the offensive rebound, but he got the referee to bail him out with a foul by Hawkins. So you got to be focused, keep it there, get that rebound, come up again, shuffle some feet there.
Tapos na po ang kalahati ng ating second quarter. Si Travis ang nasa linya. Nakikita niyo ang kanyang average sa inyong mga screens. Ayaw pumasok ng una.
Yeah, the line. It's not enough spin. Yun rin ang problema niya. Na-late siya. The averages in this. Nice shot here again, direct. Always like this shot. Misses both.
I feel like a backboard.
Yep.
Para akong board pero kitang-kita mo yung linya ng tira. Sa golf kaya masubukan nyo na.
It will really help you if you know the line.
Oh, talaga.
If you don't have the line, it'll never go in.
Ayaw yung shot ni Chambers na sungkit sa ibaba ni Hawkins. Ni Guinyo. Labas ang bola kay Reyes. Jolas, ang shot clock bumababa sa 12. Jolas, sinubukan ulit. Mukhang may green light to shoot talaga si Jolas in this game. No? Why not? Subukan mo, di ba?
He really is one of the best shooters. I would too. I'd give him that.
Samantala, it looks like an illegal swing but it won't be
illegal defense on the other side.
Yes. Kasi hindi pino yung pick ni Polistico eh. So medyo may galaw siya, so akala ko illegal pick. So it goes the other way. Ball against Alaska.
San Miguel has already missed 4 free throws in this, it's Kaidik who's been making the shots from the free throw line. We have Pumaren back for Agustin. Combined well with Alvarez in the backcourt, although he did not do any scoring.
Triggerman forces it up, really slammed by the defense. Pumaren temporarily free, forces it up. Yes! He had lost control.
Yan ang tough player sa lahat, you know.
From this angle, parang nabitawan pa niya yung bola niyo.
And di ba, meron yung isang chamba yung binitawan noon. Kung isang 3-point shot, beat the buzzer kasi medyo abot ang 24-second shot clock ng Game 5.
4:50 remaining, 6-point Alaska lead here in game number 7. As we watch Hawkins miss the shot. Travis, tireless off the rebound. He has 6 defensive rebounds.
Wala na magawa si John Reyes there. Alam na niya yung ginagawa niya. He's guarding Art de la Cruz in the shaded area with no help from his teammates. So he had to hold on to Art de la Cruz. Good foul. Travis. Apat na lang ang lamang ng Alaska from a high, I think, of 10. No? Oops.
In the meantime, Hawkins, top of the key, it's batted away.
Eye in the sky sana yung play doon para kay Sean Chambers, pero na-anticipate ni Travis, who has to sacrifice a lot because he has to defend against Chambers. Diba? Sacrifice his offense a little bit.
Marami nga namang sakripisyo ron. Jolas, ayaw mula sa labas. Rebound, nasangkot ni Pumaren. Nagmamadali si Franz. Kasabay niya si Reyes. Ang tira ni Franz, short.
Yun ang hindi tamang tira. Pero nasundutan yung bola sa kamay niya nun.
Chambers drawing the double. That move does not work. And Polistico snares it. And Norman Black from the sideline says, cool it.
Let me call the play here. half-court game. There's no fast break. Where's you taking that kind of shot? Si Team Ray sa kabila, bakit naman?
Oh, nasundot. Here goes Reyes. And Norman Black is agonizing over those turnovers.
Well, Franz, very tentative. He wanted to take the three-point shot, but because he was afraid of what happened earlier, nawalan ng kumpiyansa.
Exactly.
Illegal defense.
Ika-apat na violation ng Alaska. 44-38. Again, at halftime, a special interview. We'll have Luisito Espinosa as one of our special halftime guests. Was introduced to the crowd just before the start of the game. A very loud and thunderous ovation for the world champion, and we'll listen into that interview come halftime. Of course, our regular recipe for halftime will have a breakdown of this first half.
Dapat naman Pinoy yan eh. That was a push shot.
Art de la Cruz.
Ayun ang kamay ni Johnny. If you come down and you don't grip the ball, he's gonna slap it off your hands.
Tatapikin niya yan. Samantala, narito si Jolas. 10 seconds on the Alaska shot clock for this particular set. Jolas jumps it inside. Lampas kay Wino. Nagmamadali ngayon si Franz Pumaren, pero nauna sa kanya si Chambers. Narito si Travis. Balik kay Kaidek. Kaidek, triple V. Ayaw. Rebound, De La Cruz. Binanda. Binalipag sa board.
He had to do that. He couldn't bring it down anymore.
Jolas traveled.
Hindi na maibaba ni Art de la Cruz, pero sayang na fast break play yung para sa Alaska.
May nervyos ang parehong panig, ano?
At bakit naman hindi, partner? Matagal na sila hindi nagcha-champion, you know. Pagkakataon na, sigurado may mananalo rito, kundi hindi tayo uwi dalawa. Hindi na matutuloy Pasko. Sa amin, ha? Hindi sa inyo.
Yun ang pakiramdam ko ng game number 5. Baka hindi na dumating yung Pasko. Well, anyway, here's Kaidek. To Travis. Pero magandang regalo ito ng PBA, ng San Miguel at ng Alaska sa lahat ng fans, Dr. J.
Yes. Well, lahat na rin ng team na nag-participate dito. Hindi naman mangyayari yan kundi 8 ang naglaro niya from the very start.
Exactly. 2 minutes 5. Johnny, labas kay Chambers. Chambers, sumalaksak.
Yes.
Yes, Chambers, 12 ang kanyang kontribusyon dito sa first half.
46-41, 5-point lead for Alaska. 1:45 left in the second quarter of play. Lusot.
Pinakamalaking laman ng Alaska, 11-pointer. Alan Kaidek, a bit gun shy of the distance. But he liked that shot because it's going to boost his confidence.
Oh, but he's been making all of his free throw shots. Sure, that really shows that he's right on target. You know?
Yes.
Hindi na pumapasok ang kanyang 3-point shot pa. Nag-aalangan pa siya eh.
Being a shooter, hindi alam niya kung kailan hindi ipipilit eh.
Oo. Veterano na rin yun.
Exactly. Be-hit. Yo! Ayaw. Chambers nandun to the rescue.
Yan, nawala na naman si Travis doon. Tumatakbo na. That's his man. He should have boxed out that guy at least.
Narito si Travis, feeling he can take on Lastimosa in the low post area. Oh! Turnover hurting San Miguel once more. Carriazo steps in for Wino.
Sabi ni Johnny, thank you.
Maligayang Pasko sa'yo. Samantala narito si Chambers. Ang oras natin bumababa sa 48 seconds. What's happening in the second quarter? Thank you rin. Salaksak si De La Cruz. Ayaw!
Hindi pwede yun eh. Hindi niya binanda eh. Hindi naman siya ganun kagaling. Hindi naman siya si Alvarez eh.
Chambers wants to pounce on the opportunity. 7-point lead by the Milkmen.
All of a sudden, and we have almost last shot time. There's a difference of about 3 seconds game clock and shot clock.
San Miguel suffering from some bad decisions as far as this first half is concerned. Travis.
Oh boy! Mukhang traveling talaga rin yun. Tatapon mo na yan.
24 minutes have gone by, and we're left, as far as this 1995 season is concerned, only with 24 minutes here in game number 7. And when we return, we're going to have a chat with Luisito Espinosa, our halftime analysis, and we'll have dugout reports all coming your way in just a short while. For this second.
Speaking about being focused, Bong Hawkins gets a technical foul because he did not report to the scorer's bench when he came in to start the third quarter. So Alan Kaidik going to the free throw line. Now, if you also notice, both teams are now going to shoot opposite their benches, which is what I think San Miguel always wanted. No? Whenever they want the toss coin before the start of the game, you can choose where you want to shoot. Only in the professional ranks can you do that. But Alaska, because they did not get the ball in the first possession of the ball in the first quarter, they will also have possession at the start of the third quarter. But a bonus here for the Beermen, no?
Yes, immediately, without time moving,
Yes.
without
Hindi naman nila bola, and they get the free throw shot.
under the Christmas tree.
Little trapping down here by the Beermen to start off the third quarter.
Tama rin si Tim Con, sabi niya pivotal third. You remember, of course, what happened in the 6th game. Mas Abarientos and Quartz and connects.
Shoots straight over Pumaren, who was right on top of him, so you can't blame his defense with Johnny, just a good shooter. Yan ang advantage niya over Billy, yung kanyang iyo, no? Although that guy was a pretty good shooter also, no?
Yun ang kiti-kiti, Dr. J, ano?
Johnny's stronger, I think.
Yun lang. Samantala, offensive foul laban kay Babylonia. First on Babylonia. By the way, Dr. J, nakausap natin ang ating colleague na si Ed Pixon. Long distance, tumawag siya dito sa atin from Tacloban para iulat sa atin na halos wala na raw taong dumadaan sa mga kalye sa Tacloban. Si Ed is shuttling, may mga businesses siya doon from the PCI Bank area to a place called Good Morning Restaurant. But good evening sa inyong lahat dyan sa Tacloban.
Well, as Ed has always mentioned, in the Visayas and the Mindanao, the PBA is really very big, and cable TV has helped bringing that to them. No?
In the meantime, the outside shot by Hawkins ayaw. 52-46 po tayo. Unang minuto pa rin ng third quarter. Pumaren, binigay kay Kaidik. Ames misses. Rebound, fought for it, and a tap.
That's a big basket there by Art de la Cruz, who, remember, had to sit down because he was tapped with a deliberate foul against Lastimosa in the first quarter. Against Abarientos in the first quarter. Let me check myself there.
Outside to Johnny. Tries to bring it in closer. Hawkins. Oh, he sets up Hawkins so well. Almost in the mold of a Stockton and as well as Malone.
Correct. Pero alam na rin kasi ni Hawkins na drive si Johnny that will get the ball to him. He's just trying to throw the defenses to him. Alan Kaidik being shackled there by Lastimosa.
That will work.
It's always worked for them so far in this series, no? Because it's just a realization of the double team on the part of Kenny Travis. 54-50, 2 minutes gone by here, 4-point lead for Alaska.
De La Cruz averaging just under 6 points, 5.8 to be very specific in the series.
Nakakailan na ba siya?
Sa kasalukuyan, si De La Cruz, 4 points. All dito sa quarter na ito, yung dalawang nakita natin, Dr. Jack.
He had a layup off a steal, but he missed that. You know, talagang Moncarsaf na nasira ang kanyang concentration dahil natawagan siya ng deliberate foul.
Sa gigil din niya, no, ha?
Oh.
4 ang lamang ng Alaskan, 9:30 ang natitirang oras.
7 na lang ang segundo sa shot clock.
That's why Travis fires.
And scores.
21 points by Kenny Travis in this 7th encounter.
Glad to see Coach Yeng Giao up there with Chino Trinidad. Medyo siguro inabot ng traffic si Yeng. Not true to the rumor na may takbo si Yeng.
Jolas with 4 on the shot clock. Hold it, says the official. Triggerman with his second foul. The first on San Miguel as a group with 9 minutes to go. Downstairs to Chambers. A step away. Foul by Travis prior to the attempt.
Travis forgot the basic principle, which is to close the baseline. Allowing that curl by Sean Chambers. Dalawa na team foul ng San Miguel. Wala pa ang Alaska.
And the lead has been reduced to just 2. San Miguel with 7 points against only 4 by Alaska so far in the period. This Jojo Lastimosa is wide open. Can't sink it. Johnny's active hands knocking it away, but it will be retained by the Beermen. Chance for them to tie this ball game. We have not been tied at all in the contest.
Or even take the lead because they have a lot of three-point shooters on that lineup. Tatlo yan, actually. Yung dalawang guards at saka yung small forward nila.
Exactly. Ito ang isa.
Pero he's closing in, so he's not thinking of a three-point shot.
And the shot clock is trimmed down to 9 for the Beermen on this set.
8:26 left in the third quarter.
Kaidik. Yes! And Alaska sues for time. This ball game is even Steven. Ball game is tied at 54. Jolas unloads. Chance for the Beermen to move ahead.
And Travis has really taken care of the defensive rebounding. Always easier to rebound on the weak side of where the shot is taken if it's a miss.
Correct. And in the first half, he had a total of 7 rebounds. De La Cruz gets San Miguel Beer its taste of the lead. The last time they tasted it was at 3-0 way back in the first quarter.
Medyo matagal na nga yun, eh, no? And they had to climb back from a big deficit.
Shot clock at 7. Chambers in the interior. Fouled. Franz Pumaran with an arm on the arm of Chambers. San Miguel Beer with 3 team fouls. That was the second of Pumaran. Alaska's yet to commit a team foul.
Well, a fresh 24-second shot clock for Alaska. Some cutters. Everybody's inside the paint.
Johnny ties it up at 56.
Only open man in that sequence for the red shirts.
13 by Johnny, an average of 18 in the best of 7. Travis. Isolation. Binigay sa ilalim. Ayaw pumasok.
Babylonia wide open underneath. Jojo.
Chambers is gone.
Yes.
And the lead returns to Alaska.
Nag-miss kasi yung ilalim and you see Alaska quick to pounce on that opportunity, no?
6:40 remaining. A foul away from the play. It's on Chambers.
Sinawakan niya si Travis, but there's no, I don't think those two guys are gonna quarrel.
That's the third foul on Chambers. Chambers had 2 quick fouls early in the first quarter, remained safe and clean in the second.
Wala siyang foul no second quarter.
Inside toss. Narito ang pihit ni Travis. Ipit. Foul ang tawag. Hawkins 3 ang foul.
His third personal, second team foul for Alaska.
Alaska was hoping for a traveling violation.
Marami nga ako napapansin na traveling violation in the first half, no?
Na hindi nabibigyan ng paukulang pansin, ano ha?
Minsan napapatingin siguro sa taas kaysa sa mga shuffle of the feet, as they say. Travis, who had gone 0 out of 2, gets a break with that first free throw. Medyo kumbaga sa pilyar, kumalog yun, bago pumasok.
Oh, God.
Also good, on the lip, back door. Oh, I like those spots.
Oo naman.
Ito medyo malinis. Gitnang-gitna, kumbaga sa pilyar.
Sabi ng mga kati natin, firm putt, sir. Firm putt.
Hindi, may break yan. Aured.
58 all. Chambers, sumilip sa loob. Pasa, walang patanggap ng bola.
Pero magandang pasa yun kung
Yes.
nasa ni Hawkins yun. Alam niya magaling si Hawkins mag-operate in that area. Still a tight ball game. Johnny putting a little pressure on Pumaran here.
Shot clock at 13. Franz Ives, who's in the ball game for Babylonia. Franz is wide open. He'll go! two-pointer, enough to give the Beermen the advantage here with 5:53 remaining.
You take anything you can get in this ball game.
Johnny through traffic.
That's
Hawkins.
a foul on Travis.
That will be 3 for Travis, so both imports are in the same boat. Yes, exactly.
Papunta sa Tacloban para hanapin si Ed Picson. Mater! Gusto ka da?
Kasi nag-golf na, ha? Sigurado. Jolas, 15-footer. Yes. We're tied at 60.
And you can see San Miguel has some lapses in defense. They do a lot of rotation on the help, but sometimes Alaska, being patient with their half-court game, is able to get it to somebody open.
Franz Bomane into the corner, moves into the quarter-court area, spins, has nowhere to go, tosses it over to Travis with 8 on the shot clock. This one bounces over the backward.
Pumaren, I think, dribbling a lot to get Johnny deep, but sometimes finding himself in trouble and does not get a guy open very close to him. He has to go cross court.
Oh, the other guys end up watching him. 60 all. 5 minutes to go. Hawkins driving hard. It will not bounce in. San Miguel officials hoping for a loose ball foul of that last play.
Meron naman, may tama talaga si Carriazo, was trying to swipe the ball away from Travis.
Travis trying to redeem himself from that last shot, and he does so with a flurry.
Kasi ito hindi siya apurado, and he got to the sweet spot that he wanted with Chambers looking at him.
Travis with 25 in this 7th game. Johnny drawing double coverage. Alaska swinging the ball around. Libre si Carriazo. Umalog. Ayaw. Tip in ni Hawkins. Ayaw. Tip in ni Chambers.
What a struggle inside. A struggle inside.
Nire-remind ni Norman Black ang tauhan niya. Box out. Box out. You cannot say it enough, no, Dr. J?
Ay, mahirap talaga. Gusto gawain ng player, minsan nakakalimot. Uy.
Oh, boy.
Ay, hindi tatawag ang mga ganun yun. Yung mga konting bump, you know, you've got to make the shot. You either make it. Pag tumaga, iba yun.
27 ang suma total ni Travis. 64-62 lamang ang San Miguel ng dalawa. 3:50 left. Johnny open, and it's a slugfest here.
Well, you can see that Dignadice was asked to switch off, but he did not put his hands up, allowing Johnny an open shot.
Johnny took advantage of the opportunity.
That's right.
Narito si Pumaren, dribbling into deep territory. Nasundot ni Carriazo!
This guy has really hurt them. And Pumaren, I think, is dribbling too much on that pick and roll play instead of giving it up. He's dribbling too much.
Carriazo with 10. De La Cruz to Dignadice. Ives is need.
Ooh, that's another foul on Hawkins.
That will be 4 on the silent superstar. And Franz Pumaren was bench bound as Paul Alvarez is waiting in the wings. However,
I think si Kaidik ang papalitan nun, hindi siguro si Pumaren.
Anyway, none of that was allowed.
Because they didn't get to the bench on time. To the starter's bench on time. Table.
Travis.
Ooh. Up. Ooh, that's another foul by Travis, by Chambers, I think. Ooh, what was the call?
Does it look like an offensive foul against San Miguel?
Ano tinawag ko? Anyway, may timeout.
Yes, we'll clear it out in just a short while. We'll be back quickly. Last play, a player from San Miguel batted the ball against the 24-second shot clock. We'll provide you a replay in just a short while when we have a dead ball situation. Anyway, here's Chambers. A steal by Travis.
And another foul by Chambers to prevent the getaway.
Here's a replay of what we were talking about just earlier. We'll try to get it from here.
Here's the shot by Travis. Looked like at least 2 guys there. That one of them included Chambers tapping the ball to the top. No? So dapat yung jump ball. Nagkaloman sila.
Anyway, the ball went Alaska's way. In the meantime, it's a counter steal. Alvarez Unable to pursue it. Abarientos 2 steps ahead. Johnny, assemble ang opensa. 2:23 remaining. Nasa third quarter tayo. Bayan, lamang Alaska ng dalawa. Chambers sumalaksak.
Foul by Art de la Cruz.
Atoy ko, Fortune Cookie, and Willie Revillame. Bakit nandito si Willie? Mahibig sa basketball talaga yan. Bukod sa golf nowadays. Grabe daw sa Capitol maglaro yan. Dr. Gay.
Kaya nga makita mo, itim. Kaya lubanan niya si Ed. Hindi pa pinapakilala sa akin ni Ed. Sa golf, ha?
Abarientos. 68-64, a 4-point lead by Alaska as we enter the 2-minute zone.
And again, San Miguel's turnovers are hurting them. Almost another steal off Kaidik.
Alvarez can't get going here. Dignatice, 10 on the shot clock. Triggerman finds a clearance.
Yeah,
It's a triple!
Swerte na naman siya ron, ha? Shooter's bounce, no? Parang wala nang pasok, biglang bumalik ulit sa ring.
Kahit 75% pasang awa, tatanggapin yan. Basta makapunta sa susunod na semester. Carriazo. Jolas. Chambers, double team. Shot clock, bumababa sa 4. Bumababa sa 3. Chambers, kay Johnny. Johnny hindi makatira. 1 second remaining. Ball, and we are live, and we go.
Hindi ko alam maintindihan. Minsan live yun, minsan hinihinto yun, di ba?
Yung consistency nun, ano? San Miguel roaring, coming in at nanalagi ng grasya ang San Miguel Beer at natatanggap nila ito sa mga sandaling ito.
Eh, hindi na ako mapapahiya ngayon, kilala ko na siya. Di ba yun? Kakawa ka dyan, partner, ha?
Ang isang gabi naman, si Kinito at si Ed, si AJ naman ang kinakausap sa screen. Chambers!
You can't deny him that spot. You're gonna have to pay the price. He's gonna make that shot.
70-69, Alaska by 1 as we enter the last 37 seconds of the third quarter. Narito si Travis. Carriazo, nagdal-draw ng double team. Hindi matakbuhan yung libre.
Yan na si Alvarez, pero nandun si Chambers.
6 on the shot clock. Foul. Si Dignatice guilty of his second foul. It's an offensive foul. Si Kaidik papalitan ni Ato Agustin.
Okay, Dick, except for the three-point shot, has really not been performing much here. He had a couple of errors on the passes. Still really feeling, I think, now the exhaustion because he's the player that gets a lot of minutes among the locals.
Ang karamihan ng kanyang puntos ay nanggaling sa free throw line.
San Miguel cannot give up a foul here because they are in the penalty, so Alaska will use the clock, go for the last shot.
Alvarez trying to keep in step. Carriazo, no. Rebound struggle. Ives winning out. Ives, no more time.
Wala nang oras.
No, it will not count. At the end of 36 minutes, Alaska barely up by 1. The 1995 season of the PBA is down to 12 minutes.